Hello, Retro Bro here, giving you episode 4 of Pokemon Community, and tonight's guest is Jessica Hansen. Say hello to everybody.
Hi everyone, I'm Jess, also known as NoNoWasHere. I'm really excited to be here with Retro Bro.
Glad to hear it. So, before we go completely into the main part of the interview, how do you feel about the new remakes, the Horn remakes?
I'm pretty excited. I actually never played the originals.
That's actually interesting because a lot of people are really locked on to that game. Like me personally, I played it and I like it to some extent, but the dive person just irked my nerves so much that I don't know if I want to play it again. But at the same time, with all the new stuff that comes to the table for the remakes, I may just consider getting it anyway.
I'm definitely going to get it because I love X and Y.
True. X and Y is a great game. I know a lot of people have issues with it being easy and the terrible, non-existent endgame content. But overall, for all the new stuff they brought to the table, I thought it was a pretty decent game.
I love all the new stuff. I especially love the new fairy typing. That's one of my favorite things about it.
Yeah, fairies are definitely a game changer, and it makes it real interesting to have additional types to the pot.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it changed the equation of weakness and resistance, and we literally had to relearn everything again, technically, because a lot of changes have made, like steel not resisting dark and stuff along those lines, but I thought it made it more fun and actually a lot more competitive now because a lot of people had to relearn everything to the competitive battling equation.
I agree with that. I'm still in the learning stage of competitive battling myself.
Really? How long have you been competitive battling?
About a month.
Not too bad. I've actually only started about 2 or 3 months ago, so I'm not too far ahead of you. I probably battle a lot more, which is obviously a huge difference, but you know how it is. In gaming time, a full week of hardcore training is like a year anyway.
Yes.
So, one question I was meaning to ask you is, what motivated you to actually do, contest giveaways?
I actually, when I first started on Twitter, I was looking around in the Pokemon community and, following random people, on the Pokemon hashtag, and I started noticing the giveaways, and, I won one, and I was so excited and just pumped up about it. I was squealing the whole deal. And so, once I started getting my collection going, I have 2 Game Boys and figured out how to clone. So I figured if, I could share my Pokemon and they could feel as happy as I was, that'd be pretty awesome.
That is amazing. I know a lot of the guests that have actually been on here have said the same thing, to include myself, how, in the Pokemon community on Twitter, everyone is so nice, warm, and welcoming that it motivates you to want to be nice and to just do things for people.
Yeah.
Another question I actually had was, with the Pokemon hashtag, how does that work exactly? I mean, I'm an old man, and I really have no idea how to use hashtags, and I'm still new to Twitter, so I was just wondering exactly how that works or how that influences tweets, if you don't mind going through that process.
I'm not really sure how that works. I typed it into the search bar, and it came up, whenever someone posted the hashtag and then the word Pokemon, their tweet came up on one page.
Okay, so
all these tweets from different people would come up on one page because they have the same hashtag.
Okay, so it's if you hashtag Pokemon and people are interested in Pokemon, do they get to see the tweets? Or does it only come to people that hashtag Pokemon? How does that work?
Everyone gets to see the tweets. You just gotta look for them.
Okay, that's pretty legit. I might have to actually try that sometime. Because, there may be people that enjoy Pokemon but don't understand or know that we have, a fairly big community within Twitter for Pokemon that may even be interested in some of the stuff we do as well. So I'll actually try to enforce that. Another question I had for you is what actually got you into Pokemon? What game or what was it about Pokemon that you said, wow, this is awesome, I love this, I want to get hardcore invested into this game?
Well, when I was a kid, I was very spoiled by my grandma. She got me a Game Boy Color and Pokemon Yellow, and I really liked that game. And then it was a while later, and she got me Pokemon Silver, and I really loved Silver and Gold and Crystal. And then from there, I just, you know, she spoiled me with all the rest of the games, and I've just been playing ever since.
I totally understand. Those are actually really great games. And, like, it's funny that we actually have the same thing in common with grandma doing work. Because, like, with me, I was never really raised by my mother or father. So I was actually raised by my grandparents. So, that, like, you know, they were like my mother and father. And, like, at the same time, I think they felt bad that, you know, my parents didn't really take care of me. So, in essence, they spoiled me too. So I definitely know how that feels.
That's exactly how that works. I was raised by my dad and my grandma, and they made sure I had everything I needed to be a happy child. And Pokemon was a huge part of that.
That's what's up, though. Like, it's funny that we actually had that same, like, situation, and then when I talked about mine, you were like, yeah, you exactly hit the nail on the head.
Yep.
So my next question for you is, what made you decide to join the Pokemon Twitter community? Because, you know, Pokemon is very large in our world, and there's a lot of Pokemon communities, both on and offline. Like, you have the Pokemon community, and on Facebook, you have Pokemon communities all over, like, little other parts of the internet. So what was it about the Twitter community that actually attracted you to the Twitter Pokemon community exactly?
I never really even thought about Twitter until I was watching. I'm a huge fan of the Let's Player Patters, and in all of his videos he would mention, you know, follow him on Twitter. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll go follow him on Twitter. So I made an account specifically to do that, and just the people, when I did the search, their posts, and most of them were hilarious, and the people were just wholehearted, and it was just amazing to read all these, and so I started following all the ones I liked.
Cool.
And I do all the Pokemon stuff on Twitter now. I don't bother with Facebook or anything.
Understandable. You actually came in the way a lot of us did. Like, I know with me, I actually got in from listening to Nappy and them, because on their videos they always talk about how if you join Twitter, like, you can make a lot of friends and a lot of people competitive battle. And I was interested in getting the competitive battles, and there's not too many people like around me in my neighborhood that play Pokemon or video games in general, kind of living in the hood. So it's like, you have to meet people on the internet if you want to have people to fight. So I was like, you know, it kind of sounds like BS to me. I don't really think it's going to work. But I was like, at the same time, instead of procrastinating, maybe I should try it. Long story short, I tried it and I love it.
Amazing.
So have you been doing any competitive battles lately, or really don't kind of do it too much, kind of just put that off?
I kind of put that off. On and off, I pick it up and I'll do a couple battles here and there. With certain people. I do a lot of battling with my friend that I met on Twitter. He helps me out, and he even lets me win sometimes. So
shame on you. You said, I like to battle with a couple of people. Name one person, and then said that he lets you win. So you won't be battling. You just be collecting wins, huh?
No, the people I usually battle are just from the passerby list.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about like on the 3DS when people just kind of randomly come by in the area?
Yeah. Like, I'll battle if somebody asks me to battle, and I've got a team on me.
That is rough.
You know, I'm not hatching eggs or something.
That is rough, because those people, like, they all play with non-competitive teams. Like, you must come across a lot of legendaries, huh?
a lot of legendaries.
That is painful. I don't know how you put up with it. You don't know how much rage I would feel. I mean, I've honestly beat quite a few of those guys because I got decent experience, but it still angers me to face those type of teams.
Once in a blue moon, I'll throw one legendary on my team. Like, I just love Xerneas, so I'll have that little guy on my team once in a while. But I'll usually tell someone if I'm battling with legends. I'll put it in my little shout out box.
See, but that's at least respectable. Because, I mean, you usually get a lot of kids on the passerby, and they'll keep challenging you until you say yes, most of the time. And then it's like, surprise, I have 6 legendaries! And then they wonder why you don't want to fight them, and it's, like, really aggravating. Have you ever done any tier matches, or thought of trying them?
I have thought of trying them, but I haven't done any.
It's actually really fun. Like, the way tiers work is actually a misconception that a lot of people have. Like, tiers aren't telling you you have to use these Pokemon because they're the best. Tiers are telling you that these are the best Pokemon for a reason. So if you really want to win, we highly suggest these, but you don't necessarily have to use them. Like, if you want to play an OU, you can't use any Pokemon stronger than what's on the OU list, but you can always use weaker ones if you want to. So it gives you a lot of variety. And there are some weaker pokes that people underestimate, like the Mighty Tauros that wreck shop in OU.
As long as I can use my Rapidash.
You can. You can use Rapidash in, I think, almost any tier. Like, I think you can use Rapidash in RU tier, actually. So that means you could use it in RU, you could use it in UU, you could use it in OU.
Oh.
See, that's a lot of variety, but a lot of people, like, have the misconception on tiers.
I do, yeah, I don't know too much about it. I am interested in learning, though.
I think you would like it. I would suggest, though, get with a few friends and try to learn. Like, maybe just playing a few matches on Showdown with a few friends. Because on Pokemon Showdown, you can test different Pokemon without having to train them. And you can have the EV spreads and the movesets you want. So it's more convenient and less time consuming than playing on X and Y. But the people that are really competitive and really mean-spirited. So definitely just go with a few friends and test out a few teams until you feel comfortable before you fight those guys. Because they are real douchebags. Not gonna lie.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, they're pretty mean. Like, you say good game when you beat them, and they'll just leave the room or curse you out. Stuff along those lines.
That's awful.
But like I said, it's really competitive, and it's fun to learn, and it makes you a better player. So it's like, in exchange for their terrible attitudes, you get stronger. Pick your poison.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a lot of fun having you on the show. Unfortunately, we're going to have to close out right now because we're at the 13-minute mark, and when videos get real long, unfortunately, they're hard to render on YouTube.
Yeah, well, I had fun.
Definitely, me too. So I'd like to thank you for being a guest, and for all you guys that are watching on my channel, I will have Jessica Henson's Twitter in the description so you can check her out, show her some love, maybe do some trades, have some battles, and definitely enter her contest because she has some nice pokes. I've actually retweeted a few, so for any of you that's following me, you've probably seen she has a lot of nice ones. Shiny 6IV even for a few of them, so definitely check it out.
Thank you.
And as usual, I've been Retro Bro, and I'm signing out.